up, Blake. Up. Up, Blake.
Yo guys, welcome to Dash for Cash. This is a very exciting race. So the way it works is every single lap, there are $10 on the line. So there's basically a preem every single lap. First person across the finish line, every lap wins $10. We do something like, I want to say, probably 25 laps. So there's some money on the line if you're interested in sprinting every single lap. And there's an interesting dynamic that takes place between, do I want to sprint for laps or do I want to save energy for the finish where there's more prize money on the line? But before we get into this race, 35 plus Masters category, by the way, I want to talk briefly about my equipment because this interests people. It interests me. I am testing out some new equipment. I'm on the Tavello now. And what I'm trying to do is figure out the best combination for the upcoming national level series that we're doing in Wisconsin, Tour of America's Dairyland. And I think I have it figured out. It's basically the number 6 wheels with the Tavello, but I'm putting this new front tire on, which a new product from Continental. A new aero offering. So anyway, I could go into detail on the equipment, and that might deserve its own video. But today we're talking about a bike race, so let's get back into things. And it doesn't take long for some trouble. You can see there's a group off the front right now. We are only like 1 lap into this race. And look at the size of this field, like 80 riders. I am probably 75th wheel. I'm right towards the back. I lined up towards the back of the field, kind of a mistake. And all of a sudden, very threatening group off the front. And by the time I got into position to even do anything about it, it was already gone. It was already like 30, 40 seconds up the road. Far too big of a gap for me to do anything about by myself. I could not bridge that gap solo. So what I needed to do is find a group of like-minded individuals looking to trade poles and reel it back. And there's tension in this group. Here's a rider going down, and I don't know what the deal was. Everyone was yelling at each other. There's all this rage in this group. More of a reason it looked really dangerous. People yelling at each other, and more of a reason for me just to get at or off the front as soon as possible. And I find this amazing opportunity right here. We were going fast. I'm right near the front. Inside line was open. I didn't even have to stand up. I'm making decent amount of power. I want some separation. And I got the inside faster line. So we have a gap. If we look back, the 360 footage, we can see I'm off the front. And importantly, I'm off the front with somebody who I want to be off the front with, and that is one of the riders from the Thirsty Bear team. They must have had 10 riders in this field, and I'm like, awesome. Here we go. We got a group. I have the people I want, and they're going to help me chase the front riders. And I'm like elbow flicking through, and there's
2 people on the front.
Nothing happening. So I'm reminding him, I'm like, dude, there's 2 riders off the front. Like, we got to start working together. But as you can see, there isn't a whole lot of motivation for us to ride fast. Like, I get to the back here, and we have this little gap, and people are looking back. People are checking the gap. They're not in the draft, and this is just a mess. So not worth investing any more energy to try to make this group possible. But I haven't given up just yet. A little bit further in this race, I see another opportunity to try to get off the front. When this Thirsty Bear rider launches on the right, I'm definitely following this one. Oh, and there's already a couple of riders off the front. That's right. I remember this moment now. So again, this is what I'm looking for, right? There's 2 riders off the front. If we can get 3 or 4 together, then we can bring it back. There's still 25 kilometers left in this race. If we can get motivated people together, sharing the load, it's going to take a lot of things to go right. You know, I'm going to have 2 or 3 other strong riders, also motivated, and then there's going to have to be immediate cohesion in the breakaway. See, breakaways, you're almost like teammates for a while. Even though you're not teammates, you have this shared motivation to bring back, in this case, the group off the front. And what you have to do is just ride like it's a team time trial. Now, we made this initial commitment energy. There's all these riders kind of dangling off the front. This is not the cohesion, right? Now, there's a Cycle Sport Specialized rider on the left. I don't know why he's riding. He's got a teammate off the front. That's who we're trying to chase. So he really shouldn't be taking a pull at all. I think he's going to wise up here in just a second, realize I'm in his draft. Yep, he looks under his shoulder. He's like, not on my watch. So he gives up. I'm at the front with speed, with a strung out field behind me. I'm just going to continue committing energy to this because I am not racing for third place. I am going to do everything I can to try to bring that front group back, but I can't do it solo. And yeah, we're doing a lot of power here because I need to. The initial commitment and energy in a breakaway is very important. My power goes to 0. The power meter was disconnecting on occasion, so disregard that. But what I was saying is you have to commit this initial amount of energy into a breakaway that's unsustainable in order to get that gap, in order for the peloton to give up. And once you establish the gap, the peloton's given up, you get other folks like this. This looks pretty good. And now you can continue to commit energy at a sustainable rate. And that's what I'm looking for here. So now we have a couple of takers looking a lot better than before. This is Max from Alviso taking a pull on the front. Short but hard, I'll take it. He's got a 58-tooth chainring. He's got a wild equipment setup. Now we have this other rider on Cortex also taking a pull. Short but hard. He gives me the elbow flick. But hey, I'll take what I can get at this point. Much better than the last one. I would enjoy having a Thirsty Bear rider with me because they have, like I said, maybe 10 riders in this field, and I know that they're not going to be thrilled with now a second group in front of them off the road with no representation, but we have to commit the energy. I am still riding pretty darn hard on the front right here, guys. And elbow flick, they're coming through, both of them. Uh-oh, Max. Max is not coming through. That's okay. We're going to give him a breather. And I tell the Cortex rider, I'm going to need more than that. I can't do a 1 second pull. We need like 20, 30 second pulls here, guys. Like, that's exactly what we need. And yeah, we have the group, but do we have the firepower? Do we have the cohesion? Not looking great. So we roll for a bit, but as you can see, it's really disorganized. This is not what an organized chase group looks like. And in order to make this work, potentially catch the front riders, we need a ton of cohesion. We need to be rotating a very clean pace line, sharing the load, maximizing the speed, maximizing the efficiency. And that's not the case, so eventually we get caught. And very strangely, nobody seemed interested. All these teams who missed it didn't seem interested in chasing back those front riders. So they are gone. They take up first and second. Now we're 4 kilometers to go. We're looking at a field sprint. We're going to cross the finish line here with 3 laps to go. I still want to get third. They're still third on the line. And in order to do so, I need to move up into position because I am way too far back right now. And I need to move up in his position both for contesting the field sprint for third, but also just it's a safer place to be up towards the front. So that's what I'm doing now. Plus, like I said, there's all these teams who missed it, so I assume there's going to be some team cohesion on the front, which means the more organized leadouts are, the closer to the front at the tail end of those leadouts you need to be if you're thinking about your chances in a field sprint, because big teams with big leadouts means it's really fast, which means when they really turn it on in the last couple laps, it's going to be really hard to move up. But as I get up here, I'm like, 10th wheel right here. There's no team representation. This is a Masters field. It races so different than a Pro 1-2 race. Pro 1-2 race, you have big teams with leadouts. You have organization. You have a team trying to achieve, throwing away their individual chances for team success. And I just don't see that in Masters racing, at least not the Masters racing that I've done. So that was a little surprising, but in any case, we're 3 kilometers to go now. I have found my teammate VFR on the left there. That's Blake. There's only 2 of us, but we're going to try to put something together and organize maybe a little mini lead out, just the 2 of us. Blake told me before the race he was interested in doing something like that. And I'm all for it. Hey, more teamwork to help me get into the position I need with as much energy as possible for the final 200 meters of this race. Let's go. We have Jerome, the Meteor Kid on the pink on the right. You guys are going to recognize these faces because these are a bunch of my former Alviso adversaries from Alviso, and this is back in the Bay Area, so pretty cool to race with them again. But we're getting swarmed here on the left. There was a little bit. I didn't put the blue arrows in this race because there wasn't much, but there's a little bit of left to right crosswind. Making kind of aggressive moves here just to make sure I'm staying on my teammate's wheel, keeping him as close as possible. I'm not going to do anything overly dangerous, but I just want to make sure that we're going to try to be together and help each other out in the closing 2 kilometers of this race. Now that's two laps to go. Race is going to be over in just a couple minutes. And I should be following a little bit closer to my teammate's wheel. And also we should be moving up a bit more now. I feel like we're just a bit too far back. Looks like Blake's thinking the same thing. He's looking for little gaps. Oh, yeah, there's like a little split happening off the front. This looks pretty dangerous in hindsight, honestly. 2 kilometers to go. We are pretty far back with split happening off the front right now. Blake's doing such a good job looking back constantly to make sure I'm still there. Because anytime you see a teammate looking back like that, they're about to do something like kind of aggressive, or like get out in the wind to make sure that you're benefiting from it. Oh, and that's exactly what he's doing. See? Blake's been racing a long time. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's moving up on the left-hand side, making sure I'm in his draft. I am-ish. I'm not cutting it. I'm not really close to his wheel right here, but the heart rate is also 154 beats per minute. Like I am very chill at this point, considering we're 1,500 meters to go. Now we're in the position we want to be in. Blake's got me up to the promised land, and yeah, 153 beats per minute. It's even come down 152. It's even come down more. This is maximizing time in the draft. Not worried about big leadouts because there aren't any. I was not going to fight that rider for Blake's wheel. I'm not taking any risks in a Masters race for third with some big stuff in the next couple of weeks coming. Tour of America's Dairyland. I want to be, I want to have all my skin for the big races coming up. So I'm happy letting a couple of riders slot in, but now this is last lap. And actually, Blake might actually be a little bit too close to the front at this point. Because there is no team control, I don't want to be like fourth, fifth wheel right now with 900 meters to go. I want to be back here, eighth wheel or whatever I am. Maximize that draft, and also, like, we're not going that fast. 29 miles an hour is fast, right? But if it were a lead out in a P1-2 race, we'd be going 35 miles an hour right now. There's a big difference between those two. So I'd like to find my teammate's wheel again. Here's 650 meters to go. What's Blake doing up there? He's looking back at me some more. I just saw him peak. There he is looking back again. Okay, I'm like, all right, I have to commit a little bit of energy. Nothing crazy, still seated. And I'm yelling. I'm communicating with him. Up, 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 Blake, I'm on. I let this one rider slot in. I was thinking about fighting him for it. I think I could have bumped him off and been right on my teammate's wheel. But 450 meters to go is a long ways still, so I'm fine with this one extra body in between. The draft is a little bit better. And this way Blake can peel off a bit earlier and give me something of a buffer. We're coming into a slight headwind here, and this is what I'm talking about. So he drops me off with this rider in front of me into the last corner. I carry all of my speed, put my head down, and we're making good sprint numbers, boys. We're doing it. This is looking good. The training's working. Pretty long sprint. I think this ended up being like 15 seconds. I think the ideal distance is about 12 seconds, but yeah, pretty confident in the field sprint there. But again, it's only for third. We tried to bring back that break at 2 to no avail. But yeah, overall happy with the way the fitness is coming along. Thanks for watching, guys. Get subscribed if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.